MVP. Attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking.
Pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. Last up in the booth at FedEx Field. NFL game, and that was in evidence of. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. His first carry of the game. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Geis going right. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 47. Mike,
from the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, come up with the ball. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Watch the screen.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Swift trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Chris Jones on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
56 to Mike. Going to 53. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Here we go, G. Mike 56, Mike.
Sweat and A.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch safety creep.
We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he will lose lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's caught. It's Coleman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit... and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. March 47. Go. 47.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Marr is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Mike's 56. Watch the run. 56 to Mike, boys. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Right back to him on first down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. On first down, this is Geis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches? Treat really well. Doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first down.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Prescott from the gun on third. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Watch the whip.
Here go 46.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 57 Arnold. Go, go, go. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Come on. We better bring it.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run on 2nd down with Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, this is Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 50, check 50. Shift, shift.
Then we're going to 52.
Shift, shift.
26.
Third and long for Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Jalen Smith brings up third down.
Here we go, here we go. Touch you out, low. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, here we go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 48 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
This throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now Haskins, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jake Ryan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
I got wide. 47 Mike. Behind it.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins eluding the pressure right. Now hit, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
56. Mike's 56. Check 37. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
On 3rd down, they go with Adams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go, 47. Go, get out there.
Switch. Hayward. 56 is the mic. Hey, tight. Hey.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Marr now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And, oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Prescott to throw it. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Focus, defense, focus. Gun.
56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
26.
4th down, Prescott. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run.
First down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill.
Give me some. Here we go.
26.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Put this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. 3rd down here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about...
At their own
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On third down, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.